This is a fictional mindbender. As a longtime Gundam fan, my favorite final battle of any of the franchise was Gundam 00 Season 2 between Setsuna FC and Ribbon's Allmark. Now, a Gundam tradition, one I'm not a fan of by the way, has always been that the protagonist gets an upgrade to their mobile suit after about midway through the series, either because the original gets destroyed somehow, or because perhaps it gets upgraded to another level. And the reason I don't like it is that I just find it lazy writing. It's kind of a cop-out when the protagonist just has to get a new toy basically when he finds that he's getting his ass kicked. I like characters that might be top aces, but when coming up against their equal or superior enemy, they have to basically innovate and go through some sort of character development in order to overcome the obstacle. Basically, potentially forcing the character to grow and push beyond himself. The battle in Gundam 00 does this. Initially, it begins like almost all Gundam climaxes with the gigantic space battle and the upgraded suits facing off against each other with big laser battles. Setsuna is piloting the 00 Gundam, while Ribbons is piloting the Reborn Gundam, both of their suits being the most powerful and superior on the battlefield, and for a while the battle is largely a draw, resulting in both suits ending up crippled. And this is where it gets interesting, because at this point is when Ribbons finds the O Gundam, the first of the series, and therefore technically inferior to any of the others, and using one of the remaining reactors from one of the crippled advanced Gundams, uses it to restart the original Gundam. He looks for his enemy on the moon, only to find Setsuna now piloting his own original Gundam, Exia, which is also technically inferior to any of the other Gundams on the field. The entire nature of the duel, though, now changes, from one of being the stereotypical energy blast and high-tech moves to a literal knockdown drag-off fight on a lunar surface. The music in the background both highlights and contrasts the brutal nature of their fight, and to be honest with you, I was literally crying the entire time. Asshole writers. But the fight ends in a stereotypical yet dramatically hyped death charge where both Gundams end up running each other through. Setsuna barely survives, and Ribbons, mercifully for the audience, is not shown but presumed dead, crushed by Exia's blade shanking O's cockpit right through the back. The battle is one of the few Gundam moments that breaks expectations and also exceeds them. I was not expecting such a brutal and violent fight from now established inferior machines. The emotional stakes, the killer intent, and the personal stakes were all at play with each throw, slash, and scream of the pilots. And honestly, I wish more Gundam series did this. You don't need a souped up mobile suit to end a good story. Just a masterfully well told story, and well animated where the feeling of the moment fuels the action. But let me know your thoughts below. This is a fictional mindbender. You have a good day.